I mean, it just means you care.
Oh, whoa! Welcome to the Big If with Luther and D'Angelo. We're back in the cockpit, not the saddle, the cockpit, because we're on a fucking rocket ship, baby. We've got like 1,600 viewers on TikTok. I had Megan Fox hit me up on email.
Ooh.
And there's a lot of people who are really, it's traction. I think this is what traction feels like. I want to say hi before I get too hyped up to my co-leader, really my leader, dear leader? No, co-leader in crime, D'Angelo. Welcome to the show, D'Angelo.
Hi, buddy. How are you?
I'm good. It's morning. It's the first time we're doing a morning pod.
Yeah, sip a little coffee, catch up a little bit. I like it. I like it.
I like it too. I like the idea of sipping coffee instead of opening a bottle of beer or wine or something. And that doesn't mean I'm only going to do mornings, but I'm open to mornings.
Yeah. Well, it's good. It's expand your horizons a little bit. Try something new. What time did you get up today?
7:30.
7:30.
Is that a regular time? Is that fair? Or is that lazy?
No, that's good.
What's lazy?
Oh, I think if you're sleeping at our age, if you're sleeping much into the 8 o'clock hour, you're sleeping a lot of the day away.
Yeah. Why is that, you think?
Why do I think that's wasting the day away?
Yeah. Are we just? It's just getting older, and we're like putting different value on our days.
I don't know. I love the morning. I love getting up early. It's peaceful. It's quiet. There's not as many people out. Start getting your day lined up. I like the early mornings. I've been trying to get up around like 5:15 or so.
Damn, that's early. That's early.
I went for a little stretch where I was getting up in like the 3 o'clock hour, but I was going to bed at like 8 something, but that's kind of slipped a little bit. But 5:30, 5:15, that works for me.
Did you feel like you were getting more done or that you liked yourself more getting up at 3 a.m.?
Yeah, because I go and get a good workout in. There's hardly anybody at the gym. By the time I was getting out of there, the sun wasn't even up yet. You just feel like you've accomplished a lot before it's even started. So, yeah, I love getting an early start. Seize the day.
Nice. You know, something I noticed about my own morning routine this morning that I wanted to bring to light is I take women's vitamins in the morning.
Like knowingly?
Unknowingly. It says women's vitamins on, it's like gummies. I mean, I'm basically eating gummy candies in the morning, but they are chock full of women's vitamins.
Did you know that when you bought them?
I don't buy them. My wife buys them and kind of feeds them to me. But yeah, I'm complicit in this. I know exactly what I'm taking. Besides what's actually in the vitamins. I know they're just for women.
I mean, it's got to be better.
That's the appeal for me, is that they're for women. It's not what's inside of them.
It's got to be better for you to take women's vitamins than no vitamins.
That's true. But all right, now let's take that and bring it over here. If it was monkey vitamins, would it be better than no vitamins?
That's tough.
Chinchilla vitamins or no vitamins, what are you going with?
I'm probably going no vitamins. I don't trust that.
We agree on a lot of things, but I'm taking the vitamins.
You're going to take the monkey vitamins?
Yeah, for sure.
Well,
monkeys are pretty close to humans.
I was going to say.
Chinchilla might have been a stretch.
I was going to say. What's Friday? What do you got going? I mean, you got to work a little bit today after we get off here?
Yeah, I'm gonna work. I'm gonna work. Maybe get a workout in. I'm gonna work outside. Yeah, a lot of things that are labeled as work. That's really, if I'm being grateful enough, I just kind of miss privileges instead of work.
Now I don't know if we can talk about this. I'm gonna be a little cryptic. You just made a relatively significant purchase that I think is a business investment. Do you want to talk about that, or is that not really to throw out there?
We can. I mean, I'm doing this whole, I just started my own business in October, and I'm doing this whole, like, fake it till you make it thing. And, I can write. I'm a writer. That's fine. But I've been trying to break into, like, the videography side of my business, and I'm excited about it and, like, kind of determined. So I just bought a camera and all this gear that totaled to many thousands of dollars. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I think some of it starts arriving tomorrow.
I don't know much about that kind of equipment and whatnot. Did you end up with some pretty high end stuff or?
It's not like a video camera that you would think that's on your shoulder or something. It's truly like it looks like a regular photography professional camera,
Sure.
but just takes fucking dynamite video.
Yeah.
So I got that, and then I got a sweet ass gimbal from DJI that's like it keeps things super steady. You know, it can rotate, it can extend, and it's got some cool features on it. So I can capture a lot of different types of shots.
Yeah.
And I can kind of be the sort of like a run and gun production as opposed to something where you got to take weeks to plan and then, you know, more time to set aside for the production. I mean, my goal with this setup is to kind of be a one-man band until I can make enough to hire other people.
Nice. Well, that's got to be exciting
Yeah.
to start your own stuff, man. I'm proud of you.
It's exciting. Yeah, my bank account's not real excited, but you know, if I can land 1 or 2 jobs, then it will be restored. So, you know, just taking chances left and right.
I got some interesting work stuff. You want to hear about it?
Ooh, yeah, tell me about this.
All right, let's start with my regular current gig. Tonight, smoking meat, slinging some of the best barbecue going.
Before we get in, can I just make a request for a new special?
Sure.
Can you try to do like smoked women's vitamins at some point?
I'll see what I can do. We might melt some of the gummies over some of the pulled pork for you or something.
Gosh, yeah, or maybe put it into like some sort of a new sauce. You know, you've got your Alabama White, you got your St. Louis Sweet there, and then you got women's vitamin sauce. Estrogen sauce. Yeah. Oh my god.
I'll
take the half rack with estrogen.
Yeah, you don't want too much, you don't want to build too much muscle. We got to keep it under control a little bit.
Okay. All right. Keep on with your.
So I got a message from my boss yesterday. We do a lot of catering, we do a lot of weddings, we do some events. People reach out to us from time to time to put in some pretty big orders. And we got a message yesterday from the strength and conditioning coach with the Las Vegas Golden Knights.
Ooh, go Knights.
They're in town tonight playing the Blues. And they asked if...
No free ads, Knights.
Yeah, and let's go Blues too. But
let's go Blues. No go Knights, but no... Yeah.
So tonight... part of my shift, I'll drive the bacon van and head down to the Enterprise Center, and we're catering the post-game meal for the Vegas Golden Knights. We're doing like brisket for like 55 people, turkey for 45 people, a bunch of ribs, some salmon. So that's kind of cool, man. Yeah. So I love it. Like a couple weeks ago, I got to go work opening day for the Cardinals. Tonight, I'm delivering to the Vegas Golden Knights. I've been doing some weddings lately, so work's fun right now, man.
You know what that brings to mind is that there are 3 really iconic vessels that I associate with the city of St. Louis. You know, there's the Clydesdale pulling the buggy. Okay. There's the Spirit of St. Louis. Yep. And there's the Bacon Van.
The Bacon Van, yeah. If you haven't seen the Bacon Van, it's pretty awesome. We got a nice little conversion van. Back's all hollowed out. It's just wrapped in a bacon, like I don't know if it's vinyl, but it's a bacon van. It's real bacon. It's exactly what it sounds like. So yeah, that's exciting.
It's kind of a waste, honestly, but that you have to keep wrapping that thing with bacon, but it's doing its job.
Yeah.
Not to take away from the point though, because that's fucking cool. That wait, how many people are in the Vegas Knights group that you're making brisket for 55, turkey for 45?
Well, I think there's probably
just some hungry boys.
Well, it's a professional sports team, and they're going to just have gotten done with a pretty high intensity competition, and you probably got 20 to 25 players, a handful of coaches, strength and conditioning staff, whoever travels with them. There's a traveling group, so I don't know. I would bet there's about 55 people. So. Should be a pretty hefty delivery.
They're gonna each get their own like doggy bags after this too. I mean, that's a lot of meat. But then I think about the only hockey player that I know, Tony Twist, and he could probably put down some.
I bet he could. He could eat. He could eat pounds and pounds of our brisket on his own. I bet. That's a big old man.
Damn. And he's not even actively playing, like burning that sort of calories every day.
No, absolutely not. And then
So,
I got
which
kind of a
it's not a
little
calorie deficit.
what?
Go ahead.
I was
Sorry.
just gonna
Sorry.
say we're talking about work. I don't know if I told you about this yesterday. I also have a little side hustle business meeting coming up on Monday.
Yeah.
So,
Tell me about it.
so I had someone, and we're not going to say who it is just yet. We're going to keep that in the bag just for now. But somebody who
It's
is,
Tony Twist.
it's not Tony Twist. That'd be great if it was. Like, hey, I want you to come work at my cigar shop that I've got. But yeah, a guy with the marketing and the marketing part of a company in our area reached out to me, had seen some of the work I had done on the TikTok, and he said, "Hey, I may have a job opportunity for you if you'd like to talk about it." So we got in touch. We went back and forth a little bit, and then yesterday we were looking for a place to go. He had mentioned like maybe going to grab some sandwiches for lunch or something, but all the good sandwich places around here are closed on Mondays. So I'm thinking, well, where else could we go? Pick a restaurant, pick a whatever. And before I can come up with anything, I get a message from him that says, "Let's make things interesting. Meet me at Rhonda's." And are you
Rhonda's.
familiar with Rhonda's?
I am. I can guess what Rhonda's might
Yeah,
be,
let's hear it. What do you
but
think?
I hate. I would guess that Rhonda's is some sort of less than a gentleman's club, in not the brightest lit place.
You are pretty much spot on. That's what I'd say. I've never been there, but I've heard stories. It's a little, like you said, less than gentleman's club. It is in, I don't know if that would be considered North County or what. It's up off a Page. It's in like a little strip mall, and it's in the St. Louis County area. So it's not like it's over on the east side and we're going to Larry Flint's or anything. So I'm guessing there's going to be some pasties involved. There will probably be a situation where, depending on the lighting, it'll be difficult to tell whether it's a C-section scar or like a happy trail. Um,
Okay, yeah.
it's also going to be a Monday morning / afternoon, depending on what time we get there.
So the A team will not be
I would
there.
not think Rhonda's varsity squad would be there at 11 a.m. noon on a Monday, but I don't know. I don't know that for sure. But
Yeah,
I'm excited.
there might be some training going on. I mean that.
I remember back in the day, we used to go to a place back in our neck of the woods in Jefferson County in Arnold.
Don't say it.
I'm going to say it. It's not open anymore. It's Club Imperial.
Wait, Club Imperial's not open anymore?
I don't believe so. I haven't been down that way in a while, but the last I heard, I thought it was closed. But Club Imperial was
Oh
the same
man.
thing. It was like Jeff Goad, Less Than Gentlemen's Club. I remember one time we might have just graduated high school. If not, we were a little bit younger. But me and a baseball teammate of mine decided we were going to try to go get in. And we pull up and we walk up the stairs to go to the entrance, and we get to the door, and there's a sign on the door that says "No colors allowed." And I remember at the time thinking, wow, that's extremely racist.
That is the race.
But then the more I thought about it later on in life, I wonder if they meant like gang
thing?
gang colors. Like, don't come in here with your gang
Or-
colors. Which I'm
Or are
on
they
board
trying to-
with that.
Are they trying? Yeah, I agree. You can't have a less than gentleman's club keep that word gentleman if you have gangs.
Yeah,
Which, can we dissect that for a moment? How did it become known as a gentleman's club? Like, is it more of a warning, like gentlemen, gentle now?
No, I envision just like businessmen like in suits and like on their lunch break, and the wives are at home with the kids, and they're like, "Honey, I got a lunch meeting," and really they're getting a lap dance from some 18-year-old girl that made bad decisions a few years prior. Yeah, I think it was just
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I envisioned.
I guess I'm just thinking, these things started out probably a little bit classier than what we have grown up and come to expect out of them. Where they're showing a little bit of leg or something and something a little bit more sensual and bourgeois as opposed to like, let's go find some sluts.
When's the last time you were in a gentleman's club?
It was probably in Las Vegas almost a decade ago.
Really? Do you remember the name of it?
Yeah. No, probably like maybe Spearmint Rhino or something like that. I forget. Yeah, I know it was for a bachelor party for my friend Rick down in San Diego. But after that, yeah, I have not been back. I'm thinking about subscribing to a new club, a new gentleman's club, maybe.
Yeah. Well, if you want to hop on a flight and get in town by Monday, you could be my agent and go to this gentleman's club lunch.
Could I represent you?
Sure.
Whew, I would like to. I would really like to, because I don't. The only thing you've mentioned about this before, this is my first time hearing that like something's materialized, but I just don't want you creating content, rich, lovely, magnetic content.
Yeah.
Without getting paid for it.
No, I need to get paid in one way or another.
That's right. What did I write down? We were talking about. This is a dumb one. You got an iPhone. So,
I just got an iPhone,
recently.
a new iPhone 13 yesterday.
How do you feel about it?
So far, so good. I feel like I'm in the club now. I don't feel like people are looking at me weird when my message comes in with the green.
With the green?
Yeah. I feel good to be on Team Blue now.
We're happy to have you. We're like, can I say?
Yeah.
We are happy to have you.
It feels good. It does feel good. Like, I haven't really used the camera much, but it seems like it's going to have a pretty outstanding camera on it. I'm excited about that.
I'm sure it's great. Yeah, that's all the reasons that you want it, right? For the blue and for the camera. But
and with us
have you installed any apps?
I transferred over most of the apps that I was using on my Android. I've got the social media apps thing. We're trying to have a little bit of a presence on TikTok. Go follow us at the Big If Pod on TikTok.
Right here. It says it right here.
Yeah,
maybe it will.
Who
knows?
We posted a few clips yesterday and today of some conversations that we thought were kind of humorous from some of the recordings we've done before. So
starting to get a little heat too.
Time to get some momentum going. My gosh!
Is this what traction feels like?
I think so.
Legitimacy.
I got the dating apps going on there. I'm doing some swiping.
Okay. My question to you is, when you install those apps and you launch them for the first time, have you seen that little screen that says "Ask app not to track"?
Every time, and I hit I hit Ask app not to track every time.
Yeah, same here. My question to you is, have you heard a response from any of them?
No. Do they respond?
I don't know, but I feel like if I'm asking them, they should confirm.
Like, all right, fine, we're not.
Otherwise, I want to tell the app not to track.
Yeah, because you could ask them and they could say, "Nah, go fuck yourself."
And be like, "Nah, I'm sorry. Like, thanks for asking.
We're gonna track,
but we're gonna track you.
You are already being tracked."
Did
you ever?
That was my big joke from last night that I came up with.
I like it. It landed. it landed.
When you're an iPhone user, it's just sort of an inside thing.
Yeah, if you don't have an iPhone, you wouldn't really understand. I get that. I wouldn't have understood that joke yesterday. Did you ever have the dating apps pre-Corbin?
Yes.
Yeah. Did you use them a lot?
Yeah, I had. I was getting into it with mixed results, highly mixed results.
Was that in San Diego?
But I guess that's part of the fun.
San Diego.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. One time, I think this was an OkCupid date.
Okay.
Which so I had Plenty of Fish, OkCupid, and later Tinder.
Okay, you got on the Tinder train. And then I met
my wife. Yeah, I was an early Tinder fire starter adopter there. But one time I was on this date, and this I could tell that this girl was kind of a professional dater almost. And she goes, it was her recommendation. We connected, you matched. And you get that big feeling, the dopamine in your brain. You're like,
oh yeah.
oh, she's really cute. And you're showing your friends, it's like, oh, I should meet you out to her, right? And you're asking. Well, I guess we connected, but she was immediately like, well, let's go to dinner. I said, great, let's go to dinner. It's a Tuesday night. Where do you want to go to dinner? She said, Cheesecake Factory.
Ooh, classy.
Okay, let's do the Cheesecake Factory. Yeah, classy. So I think I showed up a little bit early or something, and then she showed up, was shown to the table, and if you've been to the Cheesecake Factory, you know that their menu is famously like fucking War and Peace. It's that thick.
There's a lot to take in.
There's a lot to take in. And she knew that menu like the back of her hand.
Ooh, she'd been there a couple times, huh?
Yes. In fact, she knew the waiter. Okay. She knew the special going on Tuesday night. And at that moment, it finally dawned on me, I am a meal ticket. And I didn't even make that much money. But I am a meal ticket for this girl. And eventually, we left, and I think we did like a little half moon hug in the parking lot, and then I just jetted.
So yeah, there's no doubt that girl just had a free Cheesecake Factory meal scam going on.
I think she just likes Cheesecake Factory.
I mean, I kind of respect the hustle a little bit.
I do too, and gosh, I do too. I can't say shit because she got me. She got her meal. And I hope that she's still scamming. But if she is, those Cheesecake Factory brings a lot of calories, lady.
Do you remember what you had that night?
No idea. I bet she does.
Oh my God. That's
She's
hilarious.
Probably got a catalog somewhere.
Did I tell you I've only been on one date from those apps since I went single last year. Did I tell you my horror story date? So no. I matched with this girl on Hinge, and we talked for a while, a week and a half. A great conversation. Like to talk about sports, specifically golf. So I thought, oh, this is going pretty well. And when I got back in town, we decided to meet up. And it was my first date since my divorce, so I was pretty nervous diving back in the game. And
as one would be, of course.
Normal. So we decided to go to this Mexican restaurant. It's a place I'm very familiar with. It was basically my version of that girl you were talking about, Cheesecake Factory. Went to Amigo Joe's. Amigo Joe's.
Oh,
went there.
Hey. Holler at Amigo Joe's. Yeah. Joe, if you're listening, no free ads, but we love what you're doing.
Some of the best fried chicken in St. Louis, which sounds weird, but
really?
We'll talk about that another. Yeah, it's great, man. The habanero. But anyway, I get to Amigo Joe's. Like you said, I got there a little bit early, start scoping out the scene. I was a little bit worried. I hadn't seen this girl in person, but I got the vibe from the pictures on Hinge and the angles that she was hitting that her pictures may not have fully represented what was going to be walking through that door. And I understand. We all try to put our best.
It's online, right? You don't want flabby pictures being online.
No. And we're all salespeople on there. We're all selling ourselves. I get it. I put my most flattering pictures up there if I can find any. This girl, I'm a little worried before she even gets there, and she walks through the door, and I know it's her. I can tell it's her, but right away, my fears are confirmed. Like, oh no, I'm not physically attracted to this girl. But
you recognized her right away from
yeah. It wasn't like she was using pictures that wasn't her. She was just using the best pictures of her. So
when she came up, where you're like, are you her cousin, or where's your sister at?
No, I don't remember what I said. I probably just was super polite and like, oh, nice to meet you, da 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 da. And I wear my feelings and my emotions on my sleeve. I'm not good at hiding things, so I hope I did a good enough job of hiding that right off the bat I wasn't interested. But we're already there. You got to make the best of it. So we're talking, and this girl doesn't really get down with tequila. At the time, I did. I love tequila, and we ordered a drink. I think she got some skinny margarita, and I got the ultimate margarita, very strong. So we down those. The waitress comes back, like, do you guys want another drink? And this girl who doesn't like tequila says, yeah, I'll have one of those, talking about the ultimates, which are way too strong for somebody.
She's having fun.
She's getting ready to turn up. So
she's getting ready to kind of turn into one of her pictures. She thinks she's looking like one of her pictures right now.
She's going into party mode, no doubt. So she doesn't finish. She gets about halfway through her ultimate, and she says, "Can I ask you a question?" I said, "Sure." She goes, "Were you married before?" I said,
"What?"
Yeah. I said, "Yeah, I was. It's over. It's been over for a little while now, but yeah, I was married before." And she goes, "I just really wish you would have told me the truth." So automatically, this red flag's going off, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, I did not lie to you. I never said, no, I've never been married. It just never came up, and I wasn't going to, in the week that we talked, one of my talking points wasn't going to be like, hey, do you want to hear about my divorce? So I just never brought it up.
Yeah.
And she goes,
she sees it as like a sin of omission.
Like I was hiding something. So I said, yeah, I was. It's been over for a little bit. And she goes, hey, have you ever been to the 09 pub? The 09 pub is this little neighborhood hole in the wall bar. She and I, turns out, live pretty close to one another, but it's in our neighborhood. I go, yeah, I was there like once, like 4 years ago, but I haven't been back since. She said, I know, I was your bartender that night when you and your wife came in there.
What?
She says, I remember you guys had just gotten done in like a volleyball tournament or something, and you came in and you guys were super nice and cool. And so another red flag number 2, I'm like, that was 4 years ago, and I've been there one time. So that's 2 red flags.
You left an impression.
Red flag number 3.
Do you think she knew that when she was seeing your pictures on Hinge?
Listen to red flag number 3. I mentioned that we live in like a similar neighborhood. And unprovoked, she says to me, yeah, before we matched on Hinge a while back, I saw you down the street at the gas station pumping gas.
Wow, she's got like a photographic memory.
So that was red flag number 3. So she gets just absolutely... She just gets absolutely hammered drunk on tequila as a non-tequila drinker. She wants to go to the little bar next door to the Mexican place once that shuts down, and I have a hard time saying no. So we go next door to Jimmy Mac's. She starts drinking some Bud Light or some shit. I don't remember what she was drinking. Maybe Tito's, but she's getting turned up. So then we leave there, and she's very intoxicated. Her car's outside the Mexican restaurant. I had kind of seen the writing on the wall and kind of started to stop. I stopped drinking, starting to get sobered up and whatever. And I'm not going to let her drive, even though I'm not. I'm not going to let her drive home intoxicated. So I said, "Hey,
you're a gentleman.
I'm a gentleman for sure." So I said to her, "Hey, you're on my way. I'll take you home. No big deal. You can get your car in the morning." I don't remember what she said, but I remember she did not want to go home. She wanted to go to my home, which
is after red flag number 3. You're like, you're gonna remember my address.
Yeah, like she's shown a little bit of like weird, like stalkery type of personality traits anyway. So it's probably best if I don't deliver her straight to my front door. But I did. I brought her back to the house. Nothing really happened. Nothing really happened.
But I did.
No, I did bring her back. She's like, I had my dogs at the time, and the dogs come up. They love everybody. They're checking her out, seeing what she's about. She's like, oh my God, they love me. I'm thinking they love everybody. Like, you're not their new stepmom, so let's pump the brakes a little bit. But
it's like walking on the red carpet after, Tom Hanks and someone snaps a photo and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm famous.
I was with Tom Hanks last night.
Like, no, you were just there.
Yeah, so she ended up staying the night. Nothing happened more than just a little bit of whatever. Nothing,
By the way, not to interrupt you, but why is Tom Hanks the first celebrity that pops into my mind that's worth photo? Like, there are much hipper celebrities these days.
I disagree.
I'm sitting here thinking like,
I disagree.
Tom Hanks is the pinnacle.
I'm pretty sure that's what everybody in Hollywood, that's what they're striving to get to.
Yeah, I agree. A Hanksian type of breath.
What's your favorite Tom Hanks movie?
Gosh. Probably. I was gonna say Toy Story there, but that's yeah. I really liked. First one that comes to mind is Forrest Gump.
Sure.
I feel like that's the basic bitch answer.
Classic.
I would say Philadelphia to sound like I have some sort of culture, but I've never actually seen Philadelphia.
I've never seen it either, and I wish I had because I hear it's great, but I have not seen it.
It's the one he won. Didn't he win an Oscar for that one or something?
I think so. Did he win for Forrest Gump, or did Forrest Gump win for Best Picture?
I don't know if it won like Best Picture or something. Here we are in the Oscars again.
Yeah.
Favorite Tom Hanks movie, Turner and Hooch.
Not bad. Ooh, now I think I know mine. Do you know what mine is now?
Big?
I think it's probably Big. Yeah, I think so.
Big is a good one.
I don't remember much about it, but I remember when I saw it, I really liked it. Are you familiar with Lady Killers? The Lady Killers?
Yeah, with Marlon Wayans.
Was Tom Hanks in it?
Yeah.
I remember
Marlon Wayans is like one of the his gang, like kind of gang members or something, whatever you call that group of people.
The Henchmen.
The Henchmen, yeah.
Oh man.
You know what? I think I just determined one of my new goals in life is to get big enough to have henchmen.
You don't want henchmen.
Who doesn't? Well, okay. I don't need henchmen, but I want them.
Okay, that sounds. I can get on board with that.
Are henchmen only contracted to do evil bidding, or can they deliver flowers and do nice things too? Henchmen seems like they're going to break your arm, but they could just give you a compliment.
No, I think the word henchman in and of itself is negative. I don't think there's henchmen that are like helping old ladies across the street, and I think if they're like if they're picking up like your dry cleaning and just scheduling stuff, I think that's more of a secretary, like a secretary or a personal assistant.
More of just an assistant.
Once they start,
I don't like that title though.
Once they start breaking kneecaps and whatnot, then it's a henchman.
I think it's time to fight this stereotype. And if we can somehow launch a campaign on our TikTok or something, just for all the henchmen out there, to let them know that we believe you can do good too.
Free the henchmen. Hashtag free the henchmen.
Free the henchmen. Damn. Hashtag free the henchmen.
Are the Secret Service?
If I'm a henchman too, I'm definitely unionizing, because there's no way that I'm getting paid enough or I'm getting benefits enough to take out your dirty laundry. I'm not like putting cement blocks on people's feet and drowning them in a river if I'm not going to get good, dental care.
Which Hollywood celebrity do you feel most confident probably has a team of henchmen?
Yeah. Here we go. I'm going old again, but the first thing that pops in mind is like Tony Bennett, but he's 99. But he just comes from that era of like mafioso, I think. Who today would have henchmen and not just an entourage is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, because everybody's got entourage. Everybody's got some yes men.
Yeah.
But who's going to do the dirty work? Who's got people?
Another one comes to mind is Johnny Depp. I don't know if you've been following this Johnny Depp Amber Heard situation.
My God. What a toxic mess that
theater.
had to be.
It is theater.
Was she like shitting on his bed?
That's what he basically said on stand, is that, he didn't use the word "she shit on my bed," but he in a very gentleman-like fashion explained that there was something warm that he felt on his leg or something like that.
What is she famous from?
I think she was in a movie, but I don't know what movie. I haven't heard what movie. Amber Heard, never heard of her.
All right, I got a what if for you.
Oh, hit me.
So let's assume that all of this stuff about Amber Heard is true. It's not hearsay, it's proven. She did all the things, all the crazy stuff.
They find the log.
Yeah, a year, 2 years, a couple, however much time goes by, and you're not married, Jeff. You're single, Jeff. And
Oh, okay. This is all hypothetical.
yes, for sure.
This is
So
an if question. It's an if question.
yeah. So you find yourself in a situation where Amber Heard is there. Maybe you're hitting it off a little bit. Could you take Amber Heard home? Could you be in a relationship with Amber Heard, knowing what you know? Could you, if you were single, could you do that?
If I was single, and let's say I go to a resort in Mexico by myself, and she's there with her henchmen, or I'm in Las Vegas, if I'm by myself, I think,
Yeah.
I'm much more susceptible to influence for sure.
Yeah.
So Amber Heard's entourage henchmen roll up on me and go, "Hey, sir, Miss Heard has requested you in her VIP suite, you specifically, and for you to come alone." I think I would go.
Yeah.
I think I would go, partly for the story, but mostly for the excitement.
Yeah. I would definitely go. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah, for sure.
And
for
I
sure.
think
'Cause she's a beautiful woman. She's just a little kooky. A little kooky. She cut off his finger, I think.
she did.
But after, she like sliced off like part of his finger. I think it was like after he put out a cigarette on her or something. And by the way, Johnny, Amber, if you're listening to this, do not sue us for defamation. We know nothing about what's going on in your personal life. This is all just
From Twitter.
It's in the public arena now. You kind of invited it on yourself. So,
Well, okay.
Free the henchmen.
All right. Okay. Let's take this a step further.
Okay.
You are at a resort in Mexico doing like your own little solo vacation. Amber Heard happens to be down there. She's solo. She's trying to recover from the Johnny Depp.
She's solo.
No henchmen. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You run into her. You strike up a conversation. You do dinner. Things are going smoothly.
No red flags whatsoever. It's all very normal.
Yes.
Two people who have a little bit of wanderlust out on their own.
Yeah.
Meeting by chance.
Yes. She just happens to have a history of scat play and some physical and mental abuse.
Mm-hmm.
So you meet her, you go out to dinner, goes surprisingly well. There's some chemistry there. You go.
Turns out we're both into into women's vitamins or something.
Soul Cycle. I don't know.
Soul Cycle. We're both into Soul Cycle.
So you get back to her room, and things are starting to heat up a little bit, and she's like, "I want to tie you up."
Do
you let her tie you up? Do you let her tie you up?
Do I have at least one free limb?
No. 2 hands to the headboard and feet to the foot of the bed. You're incapacitated.
Okay. We're it's not even 10 o'clock here. We're in the cold light of morning still. And I'm thinking to myself, no fucking way.
No shot.
But when the picture you paint, we're in Mexico, we've had this chemistry, there's a weird, I'm already like, we're both already out of our elements a little bit, out of our home. We're both kind of there. Gosh, I feel like I am enough of a pushover that I would trust this woman. But, knowing what I know.
Because
no, I can't do it.
If you allow her to tie you up, it could be great. It could just be like really phenomenal.
Could be
kinky sex. It could be great. You also could get shit on. You also could you could be cut. She could start cutting on things. You don't know exactly.
Start cutting you.
Is she reformed?
Like,
you don't know if she's reformed or not.
She opens the door and in come 4 or 5 henchmen to run a train on me.
So you're saying no?
I'm saying no, just because of what I know. If I didn't know what I know about Amber Heard, hands down, I probably would, just because of the scenario. And by the way, I say all of this is a hypothetical because I'm a happily married man.
Goes without saying.
But the hypothetical, yeah, I have a tendency to get swept up. That's probably why I'm taking women's vitamins.
It's another.
What about you? Turn that back on. If let's say you and Amber Heard are kind of crossing each other on the Venice Canal, the canals in Venice, Italy,
Sure.
and you're both on different gondolas, and you make this beautiful eye contact, and she invites you onto hers. It's not a henchman that's doing the thing; it's just one of the guys who's hired, and she basically says, "I'm into asphyxiation."
Like she wants to be asphyxiated, or she wants to asphyxiate me?
She wants to asphyxiate you.
What exactly does that entail? Just like choking me?
I think choking of some sort, yeah.
Ever since...
Why? No, I don't even know if we're going in the right direction with this.
No, I think
the subject?
No. I kind of want to dig in on this. So, ever since my separation, my divorce, I feel like, at least in theory, have started to feel more open sexually and into trying some different new things. It hasn't come into practice yet. I don't think.
But you're open.
But I feel like I'm more open to it.
What? Hold on, I want to unpack that. What makes you feel like you're more open now? Is it just, again, knowing what you know? Is it life experience, and now you're like, next chapter, or what?
I think it's a next chapter thing. I think it's just kind of a little bit of a hoe phase trying to get its way out a little bit. And I'm intrigued by like, oh God, like if you've seen any of my TikToks, I'm kind of into the spitting thing lately. Like I have a... Yeah, so I kind of have this fantasy lately. It was a trend on TikTok, and I was a little late to it, but I kind of have this fantasy recently of me taking a dry scoop of pre-workout and scooping it into my mouth and having some beautiful woman take a swig of take a swig of water and spit it into my mouth, where I then mix it up, swallow to get the pre-workout effects. I really want that to happen. So it was nothing that even ever crossed my mind a year, 2 years, 4 years, 8 years ago. But really recently I've been kind of intrigued by the spit play, and I kind of like the idea of a hot gym girl just spitting water into my mouth.
Spitting water in your mouth to mix the pre-workout.
I have the pre-workout. I dry scoop it. She spits
and
in.
She's like
Yeah, that really intrigues me. I don't know if I can get down with the asphyxiation, but like, a little spit play, a little role play. I'm kind of here for it.
Hey, I'm not going to shame you for that, because I think that's wonderful that you're learning more about yourself.
We don't kink shame on this show.
In fact, no kink shame. Kinks, by the way, kinks no free ads, but we're not going to shame you. And I want to actually segues me into maybe this is a dumb one probably, but just a new segment that I want to introduce to the show called Compliment Corner.
Ooh.
And I just want to pay you a compliment. I really like how your confidence seems to be soaring lately.
I mean, I do feel a little bit more confident than I have in the past, but on the inside, I'm still pretty insecure. And I've been, I need to take it to the next level, because I've had like 3 situations in the last like 2 or 3 weeks where I found myself in good conversation with what I consider to be very attractive, engaging girls. And in none of those cases am I able to really get the ball across the goal line. I had one at this wedding on.
Mean just getting a date or
yeah,
getting a number, or
yeah, either or of those 2 things. I was doing cryotherapy last week, and I find myself in a chair next to this really cute girl, and we're kind of just held captive there right next to each other for 30 minutes. And I did great at initiating conversation, keeping it flowing. We had a lot in common. The the conversation went on for most of the half hour. But when it came time to like punch the ball across the goal line,
Make the sale. Yeah.
I wasn't able to do it. And she said, we were talking about dogs, and she's like, oh yeah, my ex, blah, 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 blah. And to me, that seemed like a little bit of like, almost like an invitation or an opening. Did I take the opening? No. I found out this girl's dog's name.
Luther. You can call me Luther.
The breed of the dog. I found out what she likes to do. I found out where she works or for whom she works and what she does there. Did I get her name? I did not. So you got
a physical in-person rundown of what's on her Facebook page outside of her name.
Which is maybe the most important part of it all, because I can't find her. So if anybody knows a girl somewhere between
who's into
cryotherapy and compression therapy, somewhere between like, I'm bad at this. I'm going to go lower than I even think. I'm going to say from 25 to like, she's probably not older than like 32.
32.
Works at Anheuser-Busch in logistics, whatever that means.
Her supervisor is Donna.
I don't know her supervisor's name. I do know she has an English Mastiff named Abe, like Abe Lincoln. I know she wants to be a flight attendant. I know that she likes to travel. I know that she's going to some music festival. I think it's called Life is Beautiful. If any of you know this girl and you happen to see this, tell her to holler.
Please reach out to the Big If Podcast at gmail.com. The official Gmail of the Big If Podcast.
Or tell her to DM me on @the Big If Pod on TikTok. I will answer it. Seriously, great conversation.
The official TikTok. Yeah.
Official TikTok. So, it is what it is. But I need to just go and do it and get turned down once or twice so that I know it's not that big of a deal and you just move on to the next. When it comes time to be like, hey, I find you really intriguing. I love talking to you. Love to get together with you sometime, maybe grab a coffee or something. That's not that hard, but it is that hard.
Well, no, it's not. It's simple, but not easy.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah, it's very simple, but not easy at all. And I think you're going to get there. Honestly, it's only a matter of time.
And
it sounds like you've already gone through those little rejections or something, but you've just been rejecting yourself during these and not letting her do the rejecting.
Yeah.
Which is not like you're going and asking for rejection, just
and silver lining, I'm going to look at a silver lining on this. I at least feel positive that I'm finding myself in those situations more frequently than I ever have before. It'll happen one of these times. We're going to land one.
Of course. Hell yeah. Big news out of St. Louis for St. Louis Cardinals fans this week. Big news. John Jay retired about 3 or 4 days ago after 12 years in Major League Baseball. And my question to you, Kurt, is, or D'Angelo, is if you could hang out with John Jay on his retirement yacht, what would you guys be doing?
You think is he yacht worthy?
He's probably renting one. He's renting or borrowing.
Yeah.
But he's made millions. He's made millions.
Sure.
You think John Jay squanders his millions?
No, he seemed to have a decent head on his shoulders. I bet he's still got a pretty good chunk left.
What do you think John Jay's? Let me look it up.
While you're looking that up, what am I going to do with John Jay post retirement on this yacht?
Oh shit. He's got enough money to.
Do you have it pulled up? Can I guess?
I just pulled it up. Wow, the two top results are millions apart from each other. But please venture a guess.
John Jay, you said he played how long?
12 seasons.
12 seasons. I'm gonna say.
The veteran minimum is like 300,000, 400,000.
Yeah. I'm gonna say John Jay. Is it saying his net worth or his career earnings?
This is these. I just googled net worth,
Okay.
and again, the first two results are wildly different than each other.
All right. I'm gonna say John Jay net worth 24 million.
Ooh, that's pretty close. Net worth says the top result says 22.5 million.
Okay.
The second result says 1.5 million. So somewhere in that ballpark.
There's a discrepancy there.
Anyways, John Jay, we tip our caps to you. Thanks for playing center field for us for a little while and doing a good job.
He won a World Series with us, right?
Yeah, in 11, I think.
Yeah, had to have been. He's big into the shoes, like Air Jordans and stuff. We'd probably talk Jordans on the yacht, I think. What would you do with John Jay?
I don't like John Jay. I wouldn't trust his. I'd rather go on Amber Heard's yacht than John Jay's yacht.
Yeah, I could see that.
For some reason, I was never. If you were to break down that 2011 batting lineup, John Jay was my least favorite. But John, if you're listening, I don't harbor any ill will towards you, and in fact, I'm grateful for you. But just amongst that 11 lineup, you're not my favorite.
Can you name? I want to see how much of this you can name. Who was in left field?
Oh gosh. Who was in left field? That wasn't Larry Walker, was it? No, he would have been in right
04.
field. That was 06, 04. Okay. Left field. It wasn't Stowe, was it?
No. I can picture him out there because I believe he caught the final out. He had a little tortoise that was like his little. Do you remember this?
No, but not Beltron.
Alan Craig.
Alan Craig. Extra base king.
Center field obviously was John Jay.
John Jay.
Right field.
Right field would have been Beltron.
Yes. Third base.
Third base would have been past Scott Rowland's time. So
You're going to be mad at yourself when you hear this.
Okay, don't say it. Was Eck at short?
That was
Eck's not still at
06.
short?
That was 06.
Damn it. That 06 team was really special to me. Rafael Furcal was at short.
Yeah.
I think so.
Who was at third? The
Skip
hero.
Schumacher was at second. The hero. Oh, David Freese. David Freese
yeah,
up there.
yeah.
Freaking idiot, Jeff. All right.
First, Pooh.
Yachty. All right.
Pitch-
This is not good podcasting.
No, I think people care about the Cardinals. We like reliving this stuff.
Do they care about who we think is on the 2011 squad?
There'll probably be some people that do.
If you could replace anyone on the 2011 main batting lineup with Amber Heard, would it be John Jay?
Yeah.
It might. Yeah. I would almost say that, but I don't think she's got the same range in center field that John Jay had.
Do you remember where you were when they won that World Series?
Yes, I do. I was in San Diego at the time.
Yeah.
I was in San Diego at, I think it's 4705 Boxwood Drive. Yeah, I remember exactly where it was.
Which, is there like a sporting event moment that like stands out to you as like maybe your like favorite or?
That was big. I'm still a Rams fan, so that was big just like 12 weeks ago. The 06, man, I remember where I was that too. I went to the 2000 and I guess it would have been 7. It was on January 1st.
Cotton Bowl?
The Cotton Bowl.
Tony Temple.
Tony Temple outrushing Darren McFadden,
Yeah.
who was like, you know, the Heisman candidate or whatever.
Who'd they play? Arkansas?
It was Arkansas Mizzou down in Dallas at the Cotton Bowl, and Tony Temple set the single game Cotton Bowl record.
I remember that game.
And what I remember most from that is being really hungover at the game, and but then you couldn't use a credit card inside the Cotton Bowl. It was all cash, and we had burned through all of our cash the night before.
Yeah.
So that was a rough one.
I think I was at the game 6, the David Freese game. That was pretty badass. I was also at the Blues game 6 double overtime Cat Maroon game against the Stars. That was pretty electric. That was a lot of fun. I was at the Mizzou game where Game Day was there, and Oklahoma was number 1 in the country, and Mizzou beat them that night, stormed the field. That was a lot of fun. When you were at Mizzou, were you at any of the good, I mean, football was starting to get big there around the time that you were leaving.
Yeah, I mean, I was at the Chase Daniel to Jeremy Maclin connection, or was it Chase Daniel to Chase Kaufman? I saw some great games, but none of them, you know, I was never sober at any of those games.
Do you remember?
So it's hard to remember.
Do you remember the game against Nebraska where they won unexpectedly and our boy Danny got arrested? He was one of like 4 people that got pinched on the field.
Yes, I was in St. Louis that weekend.
So you weren't on the field with him?
I wasn't on the field. I do remember him talking about what a death grip the security officer had on him, and how this woman just was not going to let go. Like he was picked, and that was it.
Oh my God! Next time we talk,
that could have been Amber Heard.
We need to talk to him about this because I would love to know how those circumstances happened, where he ended up getting pinched and being one of the only people to get snagged by the cops or the security that night. I need to know how that went down. I feel like there's so many people there. It's such a mass of humanity. Don't you just do whatever you got to do to get out of their grasp? That security guard ain't gonna like tase you or anything. I don't think.
Yeah. I mean, unless you're like kicking, like you're throwing punches or something.
But you just wriggle your way.
Disable my camera real quick. I feel like my camera's getting real unsteady. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I hear you perfect. HD clear. But I just feel like he should have tried to wiggle his way out of that a little more. That's easy for me to say, but man, we'll have to talk to him about that sometime. Save it for the pod.
We're coming up on an hour here. What else? I feel like there was one more subject I had. John Jay, Compliment Corner, Women's Vitamins. Oh, here's just a one-liner. My wife had a pain in her back yesterday that for once wasn't me.
Oh, you rascal. You rascal. Yeah. I think we talked about everything I wanted to talk about. Got that hint.
Yeah.
So
the Henchmen conversation, I think, is probably our most substantial, maybe ever. But
I think people are going to relate to that.
Yeah, that and the Amber Heard thing. A lot of nice hypothetical scenarios that fall under if, but maybe we just didn't use the word if.
I think we did. I think we mixed them into like a what if sort of situation.
Okay, well, ifsters, reach out to us at the Big If Podcast or the Big If Pod at gmail.com. One of them.
The Big If Pod at gmail.com. Check out our TikTok. At the Big If Pod on TikTok. We're going to be putting some of our fun clips on there, so go check us out there.
Mm-hmm. Any other plugs you want to throw out there?
Oh, I don't believe so.
All right.
Thanks for supporting. We love it.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know why, again, you would listen to the ramblings of 2 middle-aged white men, but here we are going for it nonetheless. And, Amber, Johnny, Tony, Twist, if you guys want to come on, just email us or TikTok us or, I don't know, find us in a dark alley somewhere.
Girl from the Hint Story. Girl from the Hinge story, do not contact us.
Do not contact us. However, girl from cryotherapy, do contact us.
Yeah, that probably came off a little desperate, but that's all right.
No, I didn't sense any desperation. I sensed desire,
Ooh,
temptation,
yeah. There's some
chemistry.
truth to that. There was chemistry, no doubt. There was chemistry, no doubt.
And it didn't have anything to do with the cryotherapy.
No, in fact, it was probably good that she was going to do cryo right after because our chemistry was so hot. I bet she was just on fire.
She had to cool off.
She needed
what
negative.
If you find out later? No, let's say, just what if we get another couple episodes in. It obviously catches wildfire because
why wouldn't
TikTok? Why wouldn't it? And she goes, "Oh my gosh, I know this guy. He was talking about me. Like he had like a 5-minute segment about me. Should I be reaching out to him?" And then a year down the line, you guys finally meet. Maybe not a year. Let's say 2 weeks. 2 weeks down the line, you guys finally meet. And she turns out to have very Herdian qualities.
Well, like I said, I'm feeling a little more open sexually lately, so I'm here to at least try it.
He's ready to be tied up, ladies.
The asphyxiation, probably a no-go. I'm not here for any.
No, I brought that up. That wasn't you.
Would you take a pegging?
Yeah, I think I would.
Really?
Just to match your openness. Yeah, I think I'm going to.
Oh man.
I'm not saying I want to right now, but again, I think it's all context and the right circumstances.
You would take a pegging?
I don't like that language because it sounds like I'm being brutalized or something.
Well, depending on what kind of mood Corbin's in, that may be the case.
No, if my wife asked me about it and she was serious, I would consider it, but I would be very worried about it.
What if you? Okay, don't say something silly. Okay, but if you and Corbin,
Go on, let's take my wife's name out of your fucking mouth. Let's just use you and your wife.
If you and your wife decided to have a night where you were going to try some out of the ordinary
something
type
new
behavior, and it could get a little aggressive, and she said, "Come up with a safe word so I know when to stop pegging you." What kind of do you think you know what you would use for a safe word?
Safe word?
Fidelio?
Sedelio?
Fidelio.
Fidelio? No, that doesn't come to mind, but what is Fidelio?
I think it's from a movie. Maybe Eyes Wide Shut.
Fidelio.
It was like the password to get into the kinky party or something.
Oh. No, I think it would... maybe like Chattahoochee.
Too wordy. If you can't get the whole thing out,
syllables
really
in there.
Yeah. Pineapple?
Rhonda's. Yeah.
I think that's a good place to stop.
That's a good place to stop. Email us your favorite safe words at thebigifpodcast@gmail.com.
The Big If
we will
Pod.
see you.
Hey,
the Big If Pod @gmail.com. Don't email your safe words to the podcast. Those guys are stupid. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Oop. Hold on. Let's try that again. Bye.